Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Fern, and today we're talking about one of the big guns in the barber industry. Today we're talking about the Babyliss Boosted FX trimmer and clipper. Going to be doing two separate videos for those. Today we're just going to focus on the clipper. For those of you who are not aware, this is what the clipper looks like. Babyliss came out about 7-8 years ago, give or take. They had a corded model. It was way weaker. It was definitely not powerful. It was honestly not a good clipper. I hated it. The hype behind that thing was insane. Fast forward 7-8 years, you know, credit to where credit is due. Babyliss listened. They made a lot of improvements on this thing. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I was a big hater for a very long time of Babyliss. However, around Christmas time, I had a gift certificate to WB Barber Supply, which I will also put the code right over here. If you enter my code, you guys get 10% off your order and get to treat yourselves to a nice little shopping spree over there. So anyway, I had a gift certificate. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go on WB. I'm gonna go finally grab one of these new boosted FX clippers and we'll see what these things are all about. Guys, I hate to say it, and you know, this is a very big moment, but congratulations, Babyliss, you win. I admit it, you guys made a great clipper. You know, this is one of those things where you love to hate it and you hate to love it, and this is exactly why I ended up getting this thing. Babyliss is super overhyped. It is definitely overpriced. However, it is honestly a great clipper. And to be honest, I'm very happy that I got this thing. One of the big, you know, things about Babyliss, again, is the hype behind it, is the marketing. You know, it's not even just the performance, it's the aesthetics of it. You know, that blue chrome, I mean, you know, it's not super flashy, but it is real nice looking, even just in the camera reflection and whatnot. You know, the awesome thing about these clippers, guys, I mean, again, besides for performance, is the fact that these things are pretty much fully customizable, which is really cool. However, you don't want just something that looks cool and then it sucks. You want something that looks cool and is a very good tool. And to be honest with you guys, again, credit where credit is due. Babyliss, you guys definitely did it. Now, the difference between these FX versus other ones is that these are the boosted ones. So that means that it has a higher torque, it has more RPMs, and what's really kind of nice about this thing that sets for sure this clipper apart as opposed to the other generations that came up before this thing is two things which to me are definitely the, you know, the game changers as far as this clipper goes. First one being is that you got the rubber blade, the rubber grip, excuse me, on this thing. This makes it way easier to grip. The first few generations of this thing had that diamond cut metal part, and I know with like the model that just came out where you could, you know, just pop in a new battery, it goes back to that. So, you know, you got rid of this thing. Guys, I gotta tell you though, honestly, just for the rubber grip alone, this thing is worth it to buy for sure. The other thing that makes the Boosted Pro FX stand out, for my personal opinion, is the wedge blade, which is graphite. I believe as far as this model goes, this is pretty much almost exclusive to Babyliss, and I'm gonna do a video about all the different blades that are out there as well. Shout out to Jackie for asking some pretty good questions on Saturday. If you're watching, Jack, definitely gonna do a video just on blades and what the difference is between all of them and whatnot. So, but in my humble opinion, the carbon wedge blade, this thing, guys, to be honest, is a game changer. Like I said, I used that first generation Pro FX that was out there. I hated that thing. You know, I thought it was weak. I thought the blade sucked. You know, a lot of different things about it. And again, kudos to Babyliss. They listened, they improved. This thing is awesome. It's powerful. It's pretty quiet, to be honest with you guys. Here, I'll turn it on. You know, so not super loud, not quiet either, but definitely not super loud. You know, weight wise, again, it's a nice metal. This thing is not going to kill your shoulder at the end of the day. The runtime, guys, you know me, I'm the kind of barber that I use a clipper, I throw it back on the loading station, I tape it back up when I need it. Runtime for myself is not an issue. I believe that these things run for, let's check out the box, and doesn't say. Yeah, doesn't say. Oh well, that's okay. Anyway, I know it's got at least a couple hours in this thing, so you guys should be fine. It is the kind of clipper where if you're a beginning barber, I will say this: I would not buy this thing if you are just out of hair school or within a couple of years of your career. I would honestly wait. Guys, as far as the performance of this thing goes, there is not a tremendous improvement from the clippers that are coming out now versus what is available, you know, like years ago. As far as Babyliss is concerned, this thing is pretty solid. They've been pretty solid for a little bit from what I understand. However, if you guys can get clippers that have like the brushless motors where the RPM torques up and whatnot, and you want to go something like this thing performance-wise is great. Do not get me wrong. However, there is definitely cheaper. There's definitely a little bit more technology-wise stuff that goes into clippers nowadays, where this thing, not as outdated, but, you know, compared to what else is out there, may not necessarily perform the way that you kind of think it might. However, for taking out bulk, for doing fades, for doing tapers, clipper over comb, anything, you know, guys, honestly, I mean, again, really hate to say this thing is, you know, hate to admit that this thing has really kind of become a go-to. I wanted to hate it, I really did. But to be honest with you, I love it. Blue is one of my favorite colors, and I mean, with that blue chrome, you know, I had to get it. So I gotta say, guys, you know, again, I was a big Babyliss hater for a long time. Then they converted me, and, you know, I'm not gonna go out and go get like every single Babyliss clipper that's out there now. However, I will say this though, for this combo pack, especially between the clipper and the trimmer, definitely worth it. You know, if you're thinking about it, maybe, I mean, again, it's a big investment. However, you know, pull the trigger, you will be happy with it. If you don't, put your money towards something else, you'll be completely fine. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Hopefully this sways you one way or the other into thinking about whether or not to get the Pro FX. Have a good time, guys, cutting. Half the fun is just getting new equipment and trying it out, see what's out there. Take care, y'all.